Okay, we're on the final stretch and you're the seller, and it's like the final week before you close your house, and you will need to be out of there. And hopefully you have a great new place to go to. So, a few things to remember. When you're the seller, you are going to need to make sure that that house is in workmanlike condition, the same condition it was when the buyer contracted for the property. So making sure that there's no damages, if there has been something that's happened to the house in between the contract commencement and the closing, that needs to be disclosed to the buyer's agent. Anything that's different that could have happened that is not representing the same property that they bought needs to be disclosed. So during the last week, a lot of things are happening. The buyer is typically submitting funds to the title company if they have a loan to cover the down payment for the house. The lender is gathering loan documentation. The buyer is signing documents with the title company. The seller, you are signing documents at the title company, or you may decide to have them signed in the privacy of your own home or in your workplace. You can sign documents just about anywhere using a mobile notary. Mobile notaries and mobile signers go out and sign buyers and sellers all the time at places of their convenience. So those are different options for you as well. Now, a few things you need to remember as a seller: you're going to get a lot of money deposited into your account after this deal closes. Since that's the case, you need to make sure that you communicate directly with a title officer and you have the right person you're talking to, and you're double and triple checking the numbers that this large amount of money is going into, especially if they're going to do a wire transfer into your account. You can always decide to do the old fashioned way. You could do a cashier's check or certified funds to go into your account, but make sure, because there's such a wire fraud problem in this country, in this world, make sure you're sending it to the right place. So as you sign your documents, I personally like to go to the signings and actually talk to my sellers and make sure everything's fine. I like to make sure that last hurdle is an amazing experience for my clients. Um, there's going to be a final walkthrough that's done a few days prior to closing. And that essentially is the buyer coming in and making sure the house is in workmanlike condition and the repairs were done like they said they were going to be done. When you do sign your documents and that final closing day gets to that day, a couple things are going to happen. That loan will get funded if it's a loan, or the cash will be deposited into your account, and the property will record. In the state of Arizona, the deed to the home does not pass to the buyer unless the home has been properly recorded at the county assessor's office. So make sure that your agent does not prematurely give keys to the buyer's agent prior to that happening. That buyer should not be inhabiting your home prior to the recordation of your property. Why? Because you still own that property, and you could have tremendous liability for anything that happens on that property if they're on that prior to that recording that happens. A lot of exciting things happening at the very end. Communicate on a daily basis with your agent to make sure everything's moving forward. If there's something that the buyer calls out that was not fixed in Arizona, they could submit to you, the seller, a cure notice. Cure notices are simply saying, okay, seller, you're in breach of contract. You haven't fixed this particular item. You have 3 days to remedy this problem. After that 3-day remedy period, if that breach is not cured correctly or remedied properly, the buyer has the right to cancel the contract. Obviously, you never want to get into a situation like that. So the more proactive you are throughout the escrow process, you won't have these issues at all. So I hope this has been a great explanation of how to sell a home from A to Z. If you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to call me. I've sold over 1,000 homes, supervised over 30,000 homes in my career, supervised over 2,500 agents. I know how to help you. I'll support you through this whole process, take down the stress level, and help you sell your home for top dollar. That's it, everybody. Jeff Sutherlin, eXp Realty. Have an awesome day.